Changdeokgung, or the Changdeokgung Palace. It was in the year 1400, the emperor or the king of Korea at the time was having issues in the kingdom. He was getting a little shaky, so he decided to move. He felt guilty. He killed his brothers at the Gyeongbokgung, or the Gyeongbokgung Palace, where that I seen a few days ago. It was getting a little shaky there, so because he killed his brothers there. Okay, so he moved the capital from Seoul here to Pyongyang. You know, it wasn't North and South Korea then, it was the Joseon Empire. There was no such thing as Korea. He moved the capital there for a few reasons. To prove his power, right? To look how powerful I am. I could move the capital. He was saying, oh, it's better to farm there. Oh, it has better geography. Oh, that's so much better, blah, blah, blah. It was really just to prove his power because that was in the year 1400. Just a few years later, he came back. He brought the capital back here to Seoul, and he built this palace, the Changdeokgung. Don't speak Korean. The Changdeok Palace. He built this because he felt a little bit guilty at the Gyeongbok Palace. So he built this as a totally separate thing here because he didn't want to live where he killed his brothers to become the king. It's something like that. I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I think it was a large part of the reason. Of course, the first building after the entrance, this is where the king would, right there, built on the premises of the palace, and the coronation of a king and other official grand ceremonies were carried out here. I might be wrong about this, but I think that's also where the king would greet other foreign powers that would come into the palace. I might be wrong, because that's the main entrance. I don't think I'm wrong, but I think that's what... I mean, that's usually what it is at these large palaces. This palace is much more intricate than the Gyeongbok. It's hard to tell what buildings are what. They don't have any names either. Yo. I think that's one of the famous Chinese giant hornets. I'm dead serious. Where did it go? Yeah, it's right there. It is. Oh my God. I didn't think I would ever see one here. I'm completely lost. There's many, many more buildings here, and it's all super close together compared to the Gyeongbok. I am looking for I think this is what I'm looking for. Seongwangjang Hall? Seongwangjang? Do I say it really slowly? Yeah, the Royal Portrait Hall. This entire building is where they would paint. It's just where they would paint pictures, or what do you call it? Portraits of the royal family or whoever. There must be like a path, right, to how you should tour these places. The way I do it, see, this is number 8 for some reason. I don't know where the main building is, but usually like the main building where we just were, the Injeongjang, I don't think I said that when we were there. I think that's what it's called. That main building, I'm to the west, and then I do to the east, and then I do it like, you know, kind of that kind of fashion. I don't know if there's like an actual flow that I should use. So I'm just to the west. The Injeongjang, the main building, is just over here. I really hope I say these words even half correctly. See, where we just were, the painting hall is just over here. And then this is the Injeongjang. Right here. See, I went like from the middle directly to the west, and then I'm gonna go directly to the east, and then I'm gonna go back to the middle and go up a step. Since they're kind of like usually in layers, like you can go up. What I mean by that, up north. I think they were, I I don't know, actually. I'm pretty sure they were conscious of north, east, south, west when they built their palaces for one reason. That guy. Which one is this? Oh, this is the king's bedchamber. In the front is a driveway for cars because it was built in 1920. That's kind of funny. Like, that's how modern it is, and it was done with Western finishings such as glass windows, electric lighting, and modern bathroom facilities. This was the king's residence. Can't see much. Everything is hiding. All his bedrooms, his bed, and everything. Ouch, I sprained my ankle yesterday. Since it's all like, some roads here are it's weird, they separate each lane, so there's like bike lane. Hello. Hello. There's like bike lanes, walk lanes, drive lanes, all separate, and they separate them by different like levels, like literally with curbs, and it goes up and it's all, and I didn't know that, and I'm, walking around and I freaking sprained my ankle. Oh, and it hurts to walk. Oh, fancy. This is the coolest place of them all. This is what I was looking for, the Changdeokgung. Oh my God. The other one over there, the painting hall, is the Sungnyemun. I don't know any of these. There must be a reason why. Like, Jeong must mean Jeon, not Jeong. Jeong must mean like building. Actually, or hall, maybe. But this, the Changdeokgung, is where the king worked at his convenience to discuss state affairs with high-ranking officials. This is like his actual office. The only existing palace with a blue-tiled roof. And it has the fanciest entrance. What are they called? The clothing?
Green or...
No.
No?
What's the clothing called? The name?
My name Hanboks.
Yeah, Hanbok.
Hanboks.
Yeah, we're just about to go get some Hanbok. Yeah, I like that one.
Yes.
Should I wear this?
So crazy.
Princess.
Yes.
I don't know about this hat though.
Prince.
Yeah. Oh, look, a Pikachu. I like it. This is the first time I've ever had to hang out with somebody for more than 1 minute talking through Google Translate.
C'est la première fois que je dois passer du temps avec quelqu'un pendant plus d'une minute en parlant via Google Translate.
Oh, the heat. The heat is extreme. The sun is extreme.
Le soleil
Very hot.
Yeah. Ooh. Look at the choice of the puny little monsters. They're like Red Bull size. Oh my lord, you want a picture? Yeah, Hanok village. Yeah, this is it. Oh, I always say I like the heat. I don't mind the heat for, an amount of time. But after, what time is it now? 5 o'clock, and I've been going since 7 this morning, so 10 hours of direct sunlight. Oh!
Oh. No?
No. See the Namsangol traditional garden. The ancient name of Nansam Mountain. Is that mountain MT? Symbol of Seoul. Wow. This is awesome. Oh, that's so crazy. It looks fake because it's so huge. Pretty. Oh, there's fish in there. What kind of fish are those? Is that koi? I don't know what real koi fish look like. I've only ever seen tattoos and drawings. I don't even think I've ever seen drawings, just tattoos. They look like overgrown goldfish or some type of light-colored catfish. Can somebody tell me the significance of why they have these tripping hazards in every door? So cool. Namsangol Hanok village. Where are we? We're in this big square here, so there's just a few more houses. Unlike the Bukchon Hanok village I seen yesterday, nobody lives in these ones, so you don't have to be so quiet. This is just like a traditional park or whatever. See, this whole thing is free. This is like a museum of what Korean life was like from the 1200s onwards, I'd say. Maybe a little bit newer than the 1200s or later than the 1200s. Oh, no, look. Yeah, they got some stuff from the 1200s here. Do not enter. And the reason I say the 1200s is because that was the Middle Ages. And the Middle Ages was right after, kind of after the Iron Age. Because the Iron Age is when they were still figuring things out, right? Figuring out how to use iron to make the things they want to make. And the Middle Ages is when they were peaking in their traditional lifestyle. Cool. What did these say? They're all in Korean. None of them are in English. Damn. See, this is a country that legitimately, and I mean it, legitimately cares about their history and culture. Check out the two ondels there. This is freaking cool. You missed the best part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The sun is going down. We have about an hour and a half left of sun. I think we have found the most Korean place in Seoul. Look at that. 200,000 men built 19 kilometers of city walls, of fortress walls, to fortify Seoul over 2 years in 1396 to 1398. And how fucking wild is that the main gate is still here? Kind of. It's been rebuilt many, many times. It's made out of wood, so of course many, many wars and many, many issues have happened to burn this thing down, including the Korean War from 1950 to 1953. It was fully, let's see if there's any info on this. Now it's called the Sungnyemun Gate. I think I'm saying that correctly. See, in Seoul used to be called Hanyang, actually, if you didn't know that, when it was the capital of the Joseon Empire. And the name of this gate literally means gate of honoring propriety. I've never seen that word before in my life. Propriety? Now today it's called Namsangol, meaning South Gate. On top of the gate is a 2-story wooden pavilion, which is the oldest wooden structure of the Seoul city wall. See, the gate was first built in 1398. It took 2 years between 1396 and 1398. It was renovated 100 or so years later, or 50 years later. It was damaged during the war, taken apart, reassembled in the 60s. In 2008, most of the wooden pavilion on the gate was destroyed in an arson attack. Forgot about that. I remember actually reading about that in Canadian news. It's much, much smaller than I thought. In the photos, when you see online, it looks gargantuan, like some, ultra enormous structure. In reality, it's kind of small. That is wild. I love everything about this city. Public transportation is amazing. The attractions are absolutely amazing. They are really top-notch quality and so affordable and even free. This is a city that makes you feel like you actually want to live here. I have never been to a city where I choose to go to bed early and not go out and party just because I'm so excited to wake up in the morning. I'm so excited to wake up in the morning and go see some cool shit that I'm even just going to a bar seems like, oh my God, that's gonna be an extra 2 hours that I could be sleeping, extra 2 hours that I could be up earlier to go see that cool thing, that cool place. I really want to go and party. I'm getting my rental car tomorrow to drive around the whole country for about 20 days, 20 or 21 days. I'm going to North Korea tomorrow.